Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Hmm. Okay, let's quickly talk about this whole feud with John, because I refuse to call him Jagger. John versus Sonny. There's a lot of people that is all on John's neck, calling him a scumbag. They're saying he's abusing his power, he's a dirty FBI agent. When it comes towards this thing with Sonny, right? Carly and everything like that, but just the Sonny Corinthos clan in general. Let's just keep a couple of things in mind. As much as I like Sonny to an extent, it's not like John doesn't have a reason for coming after Sonny and doing everything that he possibly can, even if it means bending and damn near breaking the law to take Sonny down. Okay? This whole thing started off with Karen and I forgot the other guy's name, John's brother. Now, while he is in some ways kind of out of line because Stone was being taken care of by Sonny. Sonny did literally do everything in his power to try to make the best of a bad situation, really did help him out, stepped up when John wasn't around, right? But at the end of the day, what John said was kind of true to some extent. This whole mobster with a heart of gold, at the end of the day, it did work out for your benefit. It showed that Sonny had a certain level of compassion and stuff, but you still do ruin lives. People love to sit there and forget, and to be honest, I did for a while as well, that Sonny ruins lives. Okay? He doesn't just have power to have power. You know, I don't think that people understand how the mob works. More importantly, when it comes to Karen, right? John did sit there and cheat on Karen, and that is a terrible thing to do. But he still has his reasons for hating Sonny. Sonny practically, in a lot of ways, ruined Karen's life. Knowing that she came from a S-abused home, decided to sit there and give her candy and put her up on a damn pole. Right? But yet people want to sit there and come at John like he's the bad guy in this whole situation, as though Sonny didn't do what he did. My point is that he has reasons. And although I know that some people sit there and think that he's kind of annoying, he has reasons for why he's going after Sonny. I did think that he was out of pocket, and you can tell just how angry he is at the point where he's not even making any sense. He comes at Anna talking about, well, you erased the file and stuff like that. You did this. You're a bad person, and da 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 da. He just starts going off on her, just looking like an idiot, right? But while he does sit there and say, well, you're protecting Sonny, and this is wrong, and it's like you're an idiot for that. He's like, well, Valentine as well. You turn a blind eye towards this stuff, and that's very true. So when he left and he was like, you helped Valentine get away, and it says a lot about you as far as being a commissioner, he wasn't entirely wrong. Now, Scotty and Ava are having their strategy session, and they're talking about different people that they can get, like Laura, and at some point they talk about Christina. And, Christina does want to get in the papers when Molly comes over there to try to make peace. I didn't like during our conversation that Christina decided to, because Molly wants to sit there and be like, hey, listen, I know I came at you wrong, trying to understand where I'm coming from. It's like the way where you're coming from, you were ass backwards wrong for that. You basically try to make it seem like she, on national television, made a claim towards your baby. One, you should have sat there and talked to her before you jumped to those conclusions. Two, does it even matter if that's what she did? At the end of the day, that's still your child, right? So if she's going to honor her agreement, then that's all that really matters. Who cares if thousands of people is going to think one thing? At the end of the day, that's your child, and that's all that matters. But Christina was like, well, I can, I do see where you're coming from. No, don't Don't try to give her an inch towards to validate her BS reasoning for jumping to such bad conclusions. Now she does get a subpoena, um, and she's kind of freaking out. She's like, how am I going to sit there and get away from testifying? And she tries to come up with all sorts of reasons, and I'm just like, this is not. No, you're just going to have to sit there and tell the truth. Um, yeah, it sucks. Your testimony may put somebody away, but you not cooperating may actually want to do more harm. So I was like, you can't get away from it, but I can help you. Now she does take a call, and Christina has apparently some sort of bright idea of how she can sit there and get Ava to get her to not testify. But I'm like, whatever you're going to do is just going to wind up backfiring, and it's going to be a lot worse. And then she's going to be standing there and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry. It's like, there's just too many times where it's like, you're too grown up for this at this point. Maybe when you're with the other actress and you look like you were younger, I can see you pulling some sort of harebrained scheme like that. But you're a lot older now. Like this doesn't really make a lot of sense. Um, Now the whole pool party thing, Michael and Willow's conversation was somewhat moot. He does sit there and talk about how things are still bad between him and his dad. Jason and some other people think that he's off his meds. Um, he's just mostly happy that his mom is back home. Now, Carly and Jocelyn have a talk, right? And Carly, while she's grateful to being home, she realized that it could have all ended very badly in a minute because she lost her temper and she tried to goad John into arresting her. Instead, that pretty much what I'm doing right now wouldn't even been possible because I decided to get angry and lose my temper. And Jocelyn was like, no, what she was like, oh, it's okay. I was like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. And honestly, to tell you the truth, a lot of those characters need to stop placating into Carly's BS. She realized that she actually made a mistake, and her daughter's like, no, it's fine. I'm so glad that you stood up to him. Jocelyn, you're young, so I don't expect you to understand this, but Carly, in her wisdom now, is seeing the error of her ways, and they're saying there's a time to stand up and there's a time to sit there and stand down. So I saw a lot of people sniff this that I'm so proud of Carly for doing this. Carly sat there and took away the power. Carly, you didn't take away the power. Okay? You really didn't. You only if it wasn't for John sniff there, Danielson in that tape, there's a good chance your ass would have been in jail. And all you had to simply do was keep your mouth shut and not sit there and react to John sniff there trying to poke you. So I'm glad that she actually learned the error of her ways. But it's amazing to me that I saw so many people sitting there being like, oh yeah, Carly did the right thing. I was like, how did Carly do the right thing? I mean, yeah, I wanted her to go to jail, but like she made a deal with Jason. She made a promise that she wouldn't do it. And the first chance that she gets the opportunity to prove that, she messes up. But it doesn't matter because it works out in Carly's way because, boom, the evidence is gone. Maxie and Spinelli have a somewhat pointless conversation. Basically, Spinelli's not just saying he realizes priorities and that, going forward, whatever type of illegal activities he may or may not do, he'll sit there and let Maxie know, and this way they can weigh the pros and the pros and the cons of whatever he's going to do. Because he doesn't want to sit there and be taken away from his kids, and I get that, but if you really don't want to do that, you should probably not really do anything more dangerous for Carly, Sonny, and Jason. If you want to sit there and talk about priorities. On top of that, the only thing you're basically saying to her is, hey, I may or may not sit there and have you to be an accessory to my crimes. So, yeah. Now Jason comes over there and tells Sonny everything. Hey, listen, I did this because of X, Y, and Z, Carly, and I didn't really have a choice. And Sonny is still on this whole, you should have told me. You should have told me at some point. I knew Jack. I could have sat there and helped out. And Jason's like, you know what? On some level, you're kind of right. You feel slighted because you felt like I didn't trust you. So I get that. But now he's like, he wants to deal with it. And Jason's like, this is a bad idea. He doesn't care. Dante comes in there and tells him the same thing, and Sonny's like, I don't care. Now, because of his lack of medication, he's super paranoid and he's just making all sorts of wrong decisions. So much so that John and Ava are sitting there having a conversation talking about how they're going to sit there and try to goad him, or she's going to try to goad him into just effing up. And, John is all for that. John is all for that because he's like, listen, if I can't take Sonny down, I just want somebody else who can. I want Sonny to have a very, very, very bad day out of all the pain and suffering that he has caused me. Now, I know people are saying that John and his arrogance is going to be his downfall, and it probably will be. But I understand the motivation and the anger and the vendetta that he has against Sonny. And yeah, that's what I'll sit there and say about that. It was so funny. It got to a point where Dante was like, you know what, listen, I'm trying to sit there and help you out. And, Sonny starts to say, well, you're a cop and you're this and you're that. And Dante's like, there's a limit for everyone. You keep pushing everyone away, and you're even getting me at my limits at this point. And of course, that's what Ava Smith is counting on. So yeah, the continued downward spiral of Sonny Corinthos. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I might just miss some stuff here or there that I missed. I mean, yeah, Wiley, James, and maybe Donna was in the episode. And with some other stuff here or there. Oh, I knew I did forget something. This is actually kind of a major one. Jason and Anna have a talk. And Anna pretty much tells Jason that it was most likely Jack that got rid of the evidence for Carly. And she wants to know why. She wants to know why he did it for. Why did he take such a big risk in helping out Carly? My thing is, what does he want in return? It's not a small favor that he sat there and did to erase that evidence. So what does he want in return? And Carly did find out that it wasn't Spinelli. Now, she does sit there and make a comment talking about maybe have a guardian angel. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably the writers. Yeah, so there we go. If I missed anything else, let me know in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching. If I missed anything, also come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows, General Hospital Day, as well as Born a Beautiful Young Restless, and I will see you in the next video.